follows an extract from my book Letters from the Broom Cupboard, available from Amazon. Dear reader, what do you do when it's early in the morning, you're cocooned in a warm room and a persistent drone is repeating in the background? The answer is simple. You fall asleep. The only hitch in the proceedings is the unfortunate fact that you're supposed to be conducting a piano lesson. I'm not naturally a morning person, and I can't for the life of me figure out why anybody would schedule their lesson for 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm staggered to learn that I have pupils who do their piano practice at 6 o'clock before breakfast and school. There's no doubt that such application is evident in their playing ability, but it goes above and beyond the call of duty to my mind. Some years ago, a friend studying piano at a conservatoire used to get up at 5 o'clock to practice because it was the only time she could be sure of booking a practice room for any useful length of time. Digital pianos have mostly done away with the necessity for such extreme measures in these enlightened days. Most students that I know of hack into their student finance at the start of term to buy a digital piano for their room and then live on pasta and beans until the next cheque comes in. There's always the odd phantom student roaming the corridors of the practice rooms during the early hours of the morning, but I can't be sure that they aren't a figment of the imagination or the result of some undigested cheese from the night before. Alternatively, it's not unusual for me to be found seated at the piano in the small hours of the morning, not having yet got to bed, which might go some way to explain my drowsiness during the early school piano lesson rota. Thankfully, I can boast that I have never actually fallen asleep during a lesson. It's been a close call at times, but I have as yet escaped that ultimate shame. On innumerable occasions, I have had to suggest that it might be beneficial to attempt a particular finger exercise again, being careful not to mention whose benefit the repetition is for. I know of one teacher who was sharply awoken by the nodding jolt of her own head as she slipped into slumbering unconsciousness for just a second. The next couple of lessons were then spent in a cold sweat as she gripped her chair with whitening knuckles should she drop off again and slip off her seat as a result. Worse still is the case of a guitar teacher who totally fell asleep during a lesson. It's the stuff of nightmares. Imagine being awoken, as occurred in this instance, by the pupil's stark question, "Am I boring you?" Any possible answer forbids comment, as the reply is as plain as the nose on your face. Gratefully yours. For the full collection of Letters from the Broom Cupboard, available from Amazon in paperback or as an ebook, follow the links in the cards in the description box or find details on my website at sharonbill.com. Thanks for listening.